lovelies, I'm Shah and welcome to Tarot with Love. It is so nice to have you here. So some of you may have already watched my introduction video. If you haven't, I suggest you do, but it is not at all a must. You can throw yourself right into this lovely pick a card that I have ready for you. So today we are going to be looking at what 2023 has in store for you in the department of love. And I love doing love readings. A lot of my readings are love-centered, love-focused. This can be romantic, platonic, familiar, whatever kind of love. Today our main focus will be romantic love, but of course you can tailor these readings to suit you because these are general readings, collective readings, so you have that freedom to do so there. So now let me introduce you to your three groups. Group 1 is the Archangel Oracle. Group 2 is the Spellcasting Oracle. And Group 3 is the Fool's Wisdom Oracle. I will be using all of these cards in all of the readings along with tarot. So now let me give you a moment to really just concentrate on the cards and figure out which group you will be choosing, or groups. It is perfectly okay if you are drawn to more than one group. Again, this is a collective reading and 2023 is a vast year. It's a full 365 days ahead of us, so you may very well be drawn to more than one of these groups, and that's perfectly okay. Group 1, welcome to your reading. If you are here, it means you've chosen the Archangel Oracle. I am so excited to be doing this reading for you guys. Before I begin, just a disclaimer that this is a collective reading. This will not fit everyone, be for everyone. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this group for you, it's most likely not the group for you, and you are very free to look at the other groups. Don't force anything to fit if it doesn't fit. So it's me. So I am trying a new setup and it's a bit confusing for me because I really can't see what's being recorded. So I shuffled your cards on camera. I laid out your cards on camera. I've been speaking for about 10 minutes already, and I just realized that these cards were completely off screen. You couldn't see them. It didn't look nice. So we are starting again. Some things that you did miss. Okay, one thing that you did miss in the beginning of this reading, something fell. I don't know what it was, but it fell and made such a loud ringing sound, and I take that as confirmation of this message. But anyway, I will be talking through this message and pulling more tarot cards just to make up for this. Okay, let's get back into your reading. So my group 1, basically, let me get back in the swing of things, let me get back in the mood. I am very excited for what 2023 has in store for love for you guys. So this is a group that is not really seeing any new energy. There's no new partners, no new lovers, nothing of that sort. This is my group who are in committed relationships at the moment. If you're not, I would suggest looking for another group, because I don't think the messages that you need for 2023 are going to be here. Because what I see in this group is that some of you, or all of you, are getting married. With the Hierophant, one of the meanings of the Hierophant is a union. So yes, for some of you, marriage. And for those of you for whom marriage is not a choice or not something you really want to do, this is some kind of commitment ceremony or a decision to be life partners with someone or to be committed to someone in that way. And of course, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows this year. There's going to be a lot of juggling responsibilities, as we see in the Two of Pentacles, and a need for patience, as we see in Temperance. But it's going to be worth it in the end. And with this juggling of responsibilities, it could be the responsibilities that come with being adults in a relationship, the responsibilities of planning a wedding, the pressures of planning a wedding and what that does to a relationship, the pressures of having a job and a career and what that does to a relationship. And the two of you are really going to have to spend this year navigating that and figuring out how to handle the realities of life with the realities of a relationship, with the fantasy of what you want your relationship to be. I feel like I have some Virgo Venuses in this group. Okay. Love for my group 1 in 2023, please. Okay. Yeah, a lot of stress this year around this relationship, and that's fine. I don't see it being a world-ending struggle, because what you see with the sun is that difficulty is temporary and you come to the positive outcome anyway. A friend of mine who I sometimes read for tells me she gets really stressed when I put down her cards and go, okay, I don't realize I'm doing it. It's just something I do, and then I go, oh wait, I'm doing it again. So there's no need to stress. Do not worry. So there's no need to stress, because this is a very positive reading, especially when we come down to these two Force of Enchantment tarot cards, to the Ace of Spells and the Keeper of Boons. It's just that positivity upon positivity. Like, yes, of course there's going to be difficulty, there's going to be stress, you're going to be so focused in your career, and you're going to have to reprioritize and decide whether what's more important to you is your career or your relationship or your job or your partner and this marriage and this relationship that the two of you have built. But it's not going to be bad. You're not going to have to make a life-ending, career-ending decision. Reprioritization is not a bad thing, and it never is a bad thing. You'll have to really look at your relationship and ask yourself, do I love my partner enough to commit to them enough that I can focus less on my career? And I'm not saying, oh, you're going to have to be a stay-at-home partner or anything. But at the end of the day, we don't live to work. We live for love, and we live for community, and we live for connection. So if you are throwing all of your time into your career and hardly seeing your partner, is that career worth it? And should you really be going through with the wedding at that stage? And these are things that you're going to have to face in this next year, in 2023, and things that you're going to have to deal with, and things that you're going to have to really get to the bottom of and reshape mentally. And once you do, you will find yourself feeling so much more at peace with yourself and the decisions that you're making. I feel that for a lot of you, you're focusing on your career out of a fear of this relationship, and I'm not saying that this person is something to be afraid of, but out of a fear of your genuine emotions, and out of a fear that by fully committing to this person, you're only putting yourself in line to be hurt. And you may be doing things even subconsciously to sabotage this marriage a bit, or this relationship a bit. I keep hearing, leave me before I leave you. Kind of like pulling away so that this person leaves you, and then you can say, this person never loved me, they never wanted to marry me. Those kind of things, instead of holding yourself accountable in a way. Am I making sense? Let me put oracles. Let's see. Love in 2023. Okay. I never take these cards in reverse. I should have shuffled your Archangel Oracle cards first, but I will in a moment. Having 2023 for my group 1, please. Okay. So what we have here: willpower, truth, justice, Archangel Aurora, welcome new beginnings, let the sun shine in your life, and Archangel Jeremiel, learn from your challenges, relax and trust, and Archangel Sandalphon, tune into your divine potential, bring the world into harmony. Last card that we will be pulling for you is from the Fool's Wisdom Oracle deck, and this is one of my favorite Oracle decks. There's something about it that is just so healing. Okay, the Romantic Fool. Fall in love with yourself and fall in love with life. So rather than accountability that you are refusing to hold yourself to, there is a fear that nobody could love you as much as they claim. And I'm sorry to put that bluntly, but you will have to be honest with yourself about this person. Of course, they love you because they want to marry you. You may be pulling back and trying to force their hand, to force them to end things with you. So you can say to yourself, here's the truth, I'm not a lovable person at all, and nobody could ever love me, when that's not true. And in 2023, if you want this relationship to work, especially if you want a marriage to work, you are going to have to get to the root of these things. You are going to have to find ways to get more in contact with yourself and learn to love yourself, so that you can finally realize you are worth the love that this person is giving to you, the love that this person wants to give to you. And that's what is going to happen in 2023, because again, with this, we saw the sun in reverse. You're going to have to be strong enough to do this if this relationship actually means as much to you as it seems it does. And I feel like it means a lot to you, that you love this person a lot and you want this connection with this person, this relationship with this person, this marriage with this person, but you're scared. You're scared that 5 years down the line, they're going to look at you and say, oh, she's ugly. Oh, he's not my type. Oh, I don't want to be with this person anymore. You're scared of that, and that's very valid. It's very founded. But you also have to look that fear in the eyes and know that you are deserving of this love, because you are. You are. I'll just pull some last tarot cards for you guys. And there may be a call for you to become more in touch with your spirituality during this time. If there's a particular deity you feel called to, though actually the thing that fell is, while I'm not sure what it was, anything in that place cannot fall. It's very unusual. And what I have next to that place is a small shrine, and it may be, if you feel comfortable enough to call out to Archangel Michael and reach out to him for some guidance or help during this time, and through that, in a way, become more comfortable with yourself and more comfortable with the idea of this love, redirecting this nervous, anxious energy through spirituality. That makes sense, because my spiritual journey helped me redirect a lot of that energy and helped put me in a much better place. And I can only imagine the wonders that it would do for you if there's something you feel called to. Yeah, okay. You are holding on to something so tightly, and you are not letting yourself progress forward in love as you could be letting yourself progress forward. This marriage feels like the end game of 2023. You might be already engaged, or there may have been conversations about engagement, but it's not yet set in stone for many of you. And it could be that you're not really letting yourself give into the idea of this being set in stone because of your fears. Yeah, you're terrified that this is going to end, and because of that fear, you're thinking, maybe I should just force this person's hand and let them end it so I can be proven right. And that's not the way that you need to approach this relationship, that you need to approach this correct connection in 2023. It really isn't. Okay. I keep feeling like I have more to tell you, and I keep feeling like what I need to tell you is just reassurance. Like I need to keep repeating the same thing over and over and over for you to tell you, no, it's okay. This person isn't going to leave you. This person loves you, because you need to hear that. And I don't know how much I can repeat that. I don't know how much anyone can repeat that, because at the end of the day, that constant reassurance comes from a place of fear, of self-consciousness, of not feeling worthy enough. And that is something only you can focus on. And that is something only you can really heal. Because I can tell you every day, this person loves you. This person isn't going to leave you. And if you don't truly believe that, then my words are going to fall on deaf ears. Your insecurities in a relationship like this are not your own. And if they are as detrimental as they seem they are, and you have not yet communicated it or communicated them to your partner, I suggest this is something you do. Because 2023, while it is such a blessed year for you relationship-wise, you are holding yourself back from it because of your mental struggles, your mental limitations, and because of how much you are holding yourself back. And so while I started this reading off so happy and so excited for you guys, because I am a huge romantic, I love love, I love marriage, I love these things, but the deeper I get into this, and it's like, is it even possible? Because you seem to be sabotaging it at every angle, every corner. and your person loves you, and your person is being very patient with you. And I'm not saying this to guilt you. I am not at all saying this to guilt you. But someone like this, who is so understanding and so patient, also deserves to be let into your life a bit more, and deserves for you to tell them, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm unsure about, and I need you to be there for me. Especially if you two are getting married or are going to be committed to each other for a long time. Not only do you need to be able to go to them for this kind of help, but they need to know that you can go to them for this kind of help. They need to know that they can be there for you. That it's not always going to be you sulking off and spending hours at work because you don't want to talk about your fears. Okay? I'm going to pull one last Archangel Oracle card for you guys, and then we will end it. And now I'm channeling a song for you guys. It's a One OK Rock song. I risk everything if it's for you. I can't sing, but it's like, I'll risk everything if it's for you. I'll whisper into the night. Japanese. The beginning by One OK Rock. For my group 1, please. Now it's just stuck in my head. Yeah, this person is very committed to you and they love you a lot. They need to know that they can be there for you. My group 1, please. Every time I hold this deck, it feels smaller. Oh, okay, no. Okay. Archangel Sorry. Let nature soothe you, serve the nature kingdom. Okay. That could mean anything for any of you. Spend more time in nature. Again, don't be so consumed by your business, by the corporate world, that you forget about the life that you need to live, or the life that you should be living, that you deserve to be living. You can't spend the rest of your life hiding from the world in a cubicle. You can't spend the rest of your life hiding from the world in your house in front of the computer. You need to live your life, and part of living your life is embracing fear, and embracing fear is going to look a lot like being vulnerable with the people who love you and who you love. Okay, group 1, I am going to call it here. I am genuinely wishing you all the best in 2023. This sounds daunting, I know, and I can only imagine how strong you have to be in the upcoming year to really face all of this. But I'm rooting for you. Okay, goodbye. Hi there, group 2. So if you are here, it means you've chosen the spellcasting oracle. I am so excited to be doing this reading for you. Before I begin, this is a reminder that this is a collective message. It is not going to resonate with everyone. Take what fits and leave behind what doesn't. If you do not find any messages in this group, you are more than welcome to check any of the other groups. And if you don't find anything at all, that just means that there's no messages for you today, and you are more than welcome to watch any of my other videos when I do upload them. Again, don't force anything to fit. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Okay, let's begin. So today we will be starting with tarot before we really look at your oracles. Okay, I'm excited. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Okay. love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Okay. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Okay. Love in 2023. Okay. Funny enough, I haven't been getting the scent of the candle this whole time, but suddenly I'm getting it. Okay. Love in 2023 for my group 2, please. Alright, lovelies. So the theme of 2023 for you is dating, and I do not see it being the best for a long time. For a lot of you, you have been focused on your career and your business, really trying your hardest to succeed whatever field you're working in, or trying to get your business to really blow up. And because of that, you may have let dating fall to the wayside. You have been happy to do this because your past relationships haven't really worked out. And okay, I am very unsure about this energy. It's very complicated energy. So I feel like next year you're just going to throw yourself into the dating pool, kind of with a whatever happens mindset, and you're just going to keep on running into unsavory character after unsavory character after unsavory character after unsavory character. And so for love in 2023, I think that come midway, you're kind of going to give up on the dating scene. It's always so interesting for me to use these two tarot decks together, because my Rider-Waite is always very to the point, very, I wouldn't say harsh, but kind of unforgiving. It's very honest. And then my Forest of Enchantment deck brings a much more comforting energy. And I'm actually going to use more of the Forest of Enchantment cards for you, I think. I think what love, I feel as if what love is going to look like for you in 2023 is not going to be entirely romantic. You're going to try the dating scene again, and you're going to realize that it's just not for you. You don't align with any of the people who are in the dating pool right now. There's people who just want to have one night stands, or just want to be super casual, or who are dealing with a lot of mental health issues and refusing to seek therapy. And you've already moved past that. You're done with one night stands. You're done with casual relationships. You are leveling up so much. I feel like this in particular applies if you are dating men. And you're going to see that a lot of them are not willing to put in the work to improve themselves. And you're going to realize that it's just not for you anymore, or just not for you right now at this moment. And yes, it's going to be upsetting because love is so important to us. Love is integral. And when you go out seeking this love, just to find that not only is this love apparently not out there, but what is out there is so below your standards, and it can be disheartening. But it's not anything for you to particularly worry about, because what we see in the Five of Visions and the Three of Boons, because what suspension shows us, again, it's that suspension. It's that pause in your dating life, your dating career. Of leaving it behind with a bit of heartbreak, but knowing that you need to do this for yourself. 2023 for my group 2, please. Yeah, okay. And it is when you're in this space, when you're prioritizing yourself and prioritizing friendship and prioritizing non-romantic connections, that is going to come into your life, and it's going to be such a surprise. This Five of Visions shows this girl kicking her ball into this lake, and she's going to meet this frog, and obviously this frog is going to be a prince. And that's what it's going to be like for you. It's going to be so unexpected. One day you're with your friends talking about how you hate the dating scene and how you're so glad you're out of it, and how you're so happy with yourself and you're so happy not in a relationship, and then the relationship is going to be there. It's going to be someone who you never would have expected. And it's going to be so beautiful, but it's going to take a lot of upsets at first. And I'm not saying, okay, now that you're warned about it, just don't do the dating scene, because I think that obviously master of your own fate and you can do whatever you want. But I think that experiencing this is an important part of eventually meeting this person, because without these experiences of finally throwing yourself back into the dating scene, I do not believe that when this person comes into your life, you will be prepared for them, because of how surprising it will be. Let's pull some oracles for you. And since you chose spell casting, let's use these. Okay, yeah. Okay. 11/20/23 for my group 2, please. Okay. Wow, reconciliation. So this could be a past energy. Somebody that you had a connection with before, could be someone you meet on one of these dates, and when you reconnect, you find out that this person has changed so much, even in that short amount of time. And this person is going to come towards you with not just promises of commitment, but actual commitment. They're going to see you for who you are and see the potential of this connection and want to make things work with you. And that's so beautiful, group number 2. Open your heart to give and receive love. Your essence is love. Your essence is love. Archangel Michael, one of my favorite archangels. So don't give up on love just because of your negative experiences, because it's still out there for you. It's still coming towards you, and it's going to come towards you in such a surprising way. Don't close yourself off to it. Don't say, oh, because I've only had negative experiences in dating, so there's just no love for me out there. Or I'm just not someone who can be loved. Or I'm just gonna die alone. Things like that are not gonna help you. Know that love is out there for you, and it's constantly finding ways to come towards you. Accept and send healing. You are a being of the universe. That's very true, pile number 2. You deserve love just like anyone else in this world, and just because your experiences with dating haven't gone well so far, now why do I feel like these messages are for me as well? Just because, believe in your own heartfelt wishes. What was I saying? Just because your experiences with dating haven't gone well doesn't mean that you are not deserving of love, that you are not going to have this fairy tale romance that you desire, that your heart desires. Don't give up on it. Okay, group 2, sorry about that. My camera was about to die, so I had to take a short break to recharge it, but I'm back. I'm not sure exactly where I left off, so pardon if I repeat anything, though if I do repeat anything, take it as a greater emphasis on the message. But what was I saying? That, yeah, with the believe in your own heartfelt wishes card coming out, there is this sign or this emphasis on, there's an emphasis on that just because you have had difficult experiences in love doesn't mean you should give up on love, or doesn't mean you should give up on your idea of love. That you shouldn't just accept subpar romance because that's what's being offered to you. You should stick to your romantic expectations, because believing in them and knowing that that's what you deserve, and knowing that that's and knowing that that's the kind of love that is going to satisfy you, is going to allow that love to manifest in your life. You can take a break from dating all you want. You shouldn't give up on your ideas of love. That's not what the universe wants you to do. Just because you've had, oh my word, the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, or rather the 2 of Visions, which is equivalent to the 2 of Cups in the original, in the Rider-Waite deck. You shouldn't give up on love just because you have had bad experience with it, or bad experiences in the dating world, because that's not what the divine wants you to do. The divine wants you to keep going forward toward love with optimism, and to keep your heart open towards love, even if love in the romantic sense isn't present in your life at that current moment. Yeah, there's a lot of bounty in love for you. There's a lot of blessings coming towards you in love. You just have to be strong enough to sit through the discomfort, to allow yourself to be in these difficult situations, and to have these difficult experiences, and to go through these things and keep on believing in love. If anything, 2023 is a year of tests for you in romance, tests in the dating world, tests in your own strength, tests in whether you're going to keep believing in love, or tests on whether you're going to give up on love at the slightest inconvenience. And I don't want to trivialize your experiences at all, because I know how difficult this is going to be for you, my group 2. But if anything, I want you to know you're going to be okay, because again, this love is coming towards you. Like, it's a beautiful love that's coming towards you. Friendship as well, love in friendship as well, and a love that starts off as a friendship, or a love that is not just romantic. It's one that you feel like you're with a best friend, and that's beautiful, and that's something worth waiting for, my group 2. I'll take both of these. Transformation, willpower. Even group 1 got willpower. So if I could say anything for the collective energy for 2023 is willpower. Is that we are pushing through difficulties, pushing through inconveniences, pushing through because we know that the outcome is going to be worth the discomfort. And in 2023, as you face love and you go through these difficulties in love, you'll come to realize and come to learn that the discomfort is worth it because the outcome will be worth it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you, my group 3. Oops. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you, my group 2. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye. Hi, my group 3. If you're here, that means you have chosen the Fool's Wisdom Oracle deck. I am so excited to do a reading for you. The first 2 groups have been a bit difficult. I think the collective energy, as I'm seeing it so far for 2023, is one of a lot of being forced to grow into our best selves this year, or this upcoming year rather. And I wonder if we're going to be seeing some of the same for you guys. So we are going to begin with tarot, but before we do, I want to emphasize that this is a collective reading. It is not going to resonate with everyone, and that's fine. Take what fits, leave behind what doesn't. If you don't find any messages for you in this pile, try a different pile. If you don't find any messages for you at all in this video, that's okay. I will be posting other similar videos and hopefully you find messages for you there. Don't force anything. Okay, let's begin. Love for my group 3 in 2023. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the collective energy is very much about moving through discomfort. Okay, very similar cards came out in group 2, so I wonder how similar your guys' readings are going to be and whether you're going to find messages in group 2. Okay. For my group 3, please. This feels like a combination of the energies from the first 2 groups. Okay. 2023, please. Okay. Love in 2023 for my group 3, please. Love in 2023 for my group 3, please. Okay. The Lovers reversed. Okay. Love in 2023 for my group 3. Good. Okay. Wow. Yes, there's a lot of energy of the past 2 groups here. You might have felt drawn to both of them, and because you couldn't really decide which group to choose, you came to the 3rd group. Obviously that doesn't apply to all of you, but it may apply to a few of you. It's very interesting energy here. I feel for a lot of you here, you have had a very difficult love life, or non-existent love life rather. You've had flings maybe, or crushes, but at the end of the day, nothing substantial. Knight of Cups reversed. I always pull this card when I pick up an older man that's kind of out of reach. And that might not apply to a lot of you, but I know for the people in my life who I often do readings for, whenever we do readings about older men, or whenever we do a reading and it turns out to be referring to an older man, I always end up pulling this card. This could be somebody who is just very out of reach for you, that you've had a lot of crushes on people who were very out of reach, or who you felt who were out of reach and out of your league. I hate the phrase out of your league. I don't think anybody is ever out of anybody's league, but that's how you've perceived a lot of the people you've had feelings for. And while you've had feelings for these people, you haven't had any relationships with these people. I don't think you've had any actual relationships, my group 3. I don't feel as if you have. And in 2023, you will still be dealing with a lot of the effects of this. I'm trying to find my words because it feels like a very specific message. So I'm just going to say whatever comes through. And let's just see how it goes. Because there's a lot of confusing energy coming through. And I feel like it's a bit difficult for me to grasp. A lot more difficult than it was for me to grasp the messages in the first 2 readings. It's a very elusive energy in a way. As if you are someone who treads the line between being confident in yourself and losing confidence, in knowing you can attract people but then not actually having any success in relationships, and then you start to doubt your own beauty or your own attractiveness. You've had, again, these feelings for people, but the relationships with these people don't work. They don't pan out, or you never confess to them. And that leaves you not only alone, but very insecure. Even with the Lovers reversed, it's a card of insecurity, of being out of alignment with yourself. And that's very present energy. And I think you're going to see this in 2023 as well. But amidst all of this, you're going to have your Two of Visions moment. And the Two of Visions in the Forest of Enchantment desk is the equivalent of the Two of Cups. And this is a card of union, a card of love, a card of relationships, of harmony. If you can see the way, that they're looking at each other, they're looking at each other with love. And so 2023, even as you feel that there is no way love could find you, it's going to find you. There's a lot of endings too. Some of you may be ending a relationship, and your experiences with love have taught you a lot, like we can see in the Hierophant. They have helped you grow a lot, but you're still balancing the growth that comes with the kind of self-analysis and shadow work that has allowed you to really deal with never having a fulfilling relationship, but you also have to deal with, I lost my train of thought, so I'm not sure if the end of my sentence is really going to match the beginning of my sentence. But you've done the shadow work, you've done the self-analysis, you've done the healing, but because you can't seem to make a relationship work, or you can't seem to even get into a relationship, your healing stops halfway. And that's not a judgment on you, that's not a trivialization or anything. It's a truth, and it's a valid truth, a founded truth. Because healing, solitary healing, can only do so much. We need community. And when you're trying to heal the relationship wound, you need to do that in a relationship, and a loving relationship at that. And so every time you try to move forward, it's the Olivia Rodrigo song just came to my head, 1 step forward, 3 steps back. It's like you try to come into harmony with yourself, but it's difficult because at every turn you feel like, oh, at every turn you feel like unwanted. There's a movie that I just started thinking of, and when I said unwanted, I heard it in her voice. Blade Runner 2049. There's this character, Anna de Armas plays her. She is a hologram. What is her name? I've watched this movie so many times. What is her name? Joy. And there's this scene where Kay, that's the main character, he finds out that, or he finds information that looks like he was born like of an actual person, and he's not just one of the replicants, he's not just this machine. And she says to him, you were born of a woman, wanted. And they have a romantic relationship, and they make each other feel real. They make each other feel grounded. They make each other feel connected to humanity, to life, through love. And that's what you desire. That's what you need. Because there's only so much of healing you can do when you don't feel wanted, when you don't feel loved, when you don't feel connected to another person in a romantic sense. And that's not to trivialize relationships that are non-romantic. They are as important to us, but so much of healing, especially when we're trying to heal this kind of wound, can only be done in a loving, romantic relationship. Okay. Okay, just let's leave it. Okay, be hopeful. Master Fool, let your intuition lead you. The drunken fool, sober up. The hope fool, be hopeful. Okay. Okay, get real. Sober up and get real stand out to me a lot. What do you guys really have to be insecure about is what stands out to me. There may be a connection that some of you are sure about, or an idea of yourself that some of you are sure about, but you keep second guessing, so not really sure about. You need to come to terms with who you are as a person. You are beautiful. You are wanted. You are desired. People have feelings for you and want to approach you romantically. But is it you who is pushing people away instead of not actually attracting people to you. It's not an easy thing to overcome, and not an easy thing to realize, especially if you spend a lot of time degrading yourself, or spent a lot of time unsure about your worth or about your appearance, or spent a lot of time loving people or having feelings for people who don't return these feelings to you. It's difficult. I know that. And you are going to have to actually face this. You've done the shadow work, you've done the healing work, and you need to commit to it. You can't say, oh, I've done a year worth of journaling, so I'm fine. No, you have to carry on journaling. You have to carry on looking within. You have to also put yourself out there more, because love is not going to come knocking at your door. Love is not going to just show up out of nowhere. It may, but if it does, it's not going to be in the confines of your room. Love in 2023 for my group 3. Okay, wow, manifestation. Just full transparency, I very, very rarely pull this card. Wow. It's almost as if in 2023 you're going to be rewarded for all of the pain you've experienced, but also all of the hard work that you've put into healing yourself and halfway healing the relationship wound. Okay, clarity on a certain situation. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I have been feeling like, yeah, there's somebody that you have from your past who, while you may have not had a relationship with this person, there was a confession of sorts, or there was feelings shared between the two of you, or you picked up intuitively that this person cared for you the way that you cared for them. And this year, there's going to be a lot of clarity on that situation, whether good or bad, but either way, it's going to free you in a sense, and it's going to release you from the shackle that this relationship had on you. Yes, my group 3, I feel like after a lot of pain, that after a lot of pain, a lot of hopelessness, a lot of feeling like love was just never going to find you, it's going to find you in 2023. Your ideas of love are going to keep on expanding during this year, and you are going to be blessed so much by the divine. Everything that you've been manifesting, that you've been wishing for, that you've been thinking of, it's all coming to you in 2023. A new beginning after clarity. You are going to get clarity on this connection with this other person. For those of you who this applies, okay, so this could mean a few things. With regards to a particular person, if you have been manifesting them or wishing that they would come towards you, it's going to come towards you. You may also receive this confirmation from this person and realize you don't actually want anything with them, and finally feel okay enough with yourself to move on and start anew with someone else. Because I feel that there are going to be a lot of offers to you. If you have been manifesting love, especially like just a general love is going to be coming towards you in wonderful ways. I just realized I did not pull. Oh, but I did. Forget about it. Okay, love in 2023. Should I take it? No, there's quite a few, so I won't take them. Love in 2023 for my group 3. Okay. Be fair in all situations. Resolve all conflicts. Be kind to yourself in this, especially in a connection with a past person. Don't be too hard on yourself. purify your life with love. Prepare for something better. A lot of you are very divinely protected, and a lot of times why relationships don't work out, or talking stages don't work out, or you don't find yourself in relationships, is because you are being protected by your spirit guides, by the divine, because they do not want to put you in a situation that is going to end up hurting you in the long run. You are going to have this love. You are going to experience it. It's going to be beautiful. But you are going to have to go through a time of nothing. A time of no relationships. And this can be difficult because you look at your peers and you say, how come they get to feel this love? How come they get to do this? How come they get to that? And it's coming to you. And it's coming to you in 2023. Definitely. Prepare for something better. Not only have you been preparing for something better by doing the shadow work, but your team, your spiritual team, the divine, have been preparing you for something better. Fall in love with yourself and fall in love with life. And you have been doing that, my love. Even though there is a lot to still do with healing your self-esteem issues, you are getting there. And this is a sign that, you are on the right path. And this isn't at all a, oh, if you can't love yourself, how could anybody love you thing. I don't believe in that. But the more that you love yourself, the more that you can give love to others, and you are heading there to being this person who loves themselves so much. Because you've been doing the work. Okay, live fearlessly. Again, don't be afraid of reaching out. Don't be afraid of living your life. Don't be afraid of taking the first step towards love if it's a love that calls towards you. It is okay. Stop thinking and start breathing. Yeah. You have to live your life, my love. That's the only choice. My dear group 3, it's the only choice. And in 2023, you are definitely going to be living a lot more of your life. You're going to be doing more, being more active, and experiencing more new things rather than doing the same old. And in this way, as you live your life more, you are going to be opening yourself up more to love and for love to come into your life. Overall, it's a very good year for you, my loves. A bit difficult, but good. Your manifestations are coming to you. Love is coming to you. New beginnings in love are coming towards you. A new relationship, that's very cute and very deserved after all of the difficulty you have been put through, because you have been put through the ringer. My word. But anyway, I am going to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me and trusting me to be your reader. It's interesting new experience for me, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Goodbye.